Hi, my name is Michelle Grajkowski, and I'm the director of the Wisconsin Business World Program. We travel throughout the state educating middle and high school students on the importance of business, entrepreneurship, and the free market. But most importantly, our message is super simple. It's that business is a force for good. This COVID-19 pandemic drastically changed our programming, unfortunately. This spring, we had to cancel 20 of our programs, including our 2 summer business world camps, which are the highlight of our year. So we're really bummed about that. So we totally share the disappointment that many of you have felt, with sports and the end of the year activities and other important events being canceled. But in dark times, there's always a light. And that's actually why we created this essay contest. We've been hearing so many great things that businesses are doing, and we wanted the students to be able to share in their own words the incredible things that they're seeing businesses do in their communities, and to highlight the important roles that businesses are playing across the state. I'm proud to say that we received almost 200 entries to this contest, all of which were so insightful and so well written. To pick the best of the best, let me tell you, it was a real challenge. But I'm really excited today to introduce you to one of our winners from our high school competition. Jared is a senior from Wausau West High School. He's joining us today. I'm really excited to hear his words. His essay was top-notch. He really gets how businesses and the community work together, and I'm really excited to hear more of his insights here today. So thank you for being with us, and congratulations on your winning essay.
Yes, thank you. Right. Good to be here.
You are so welcome. So Jared, as we start to launch into your summer, and I know you're a senior, so this is a whole new kind of summer for you. Looking back at the end of your senior year, can you share how the COVID-19 pandemic affected you and your community, and why it was important for you to enter this Business as a Force for Good essay contest?
Yeah, so obviously I don't think any of us ever expected to go through something like this. And, driving around the town, seeing all the empty streets and, all the shops, stores, just restaurants empty, wasn't really something I ever expected. And, of course I am a senior, so that was kind of a bummer, but I also think it's important to kind of look on the bright side, be optimistic. So I really wanted to enter this essay, obviously, sadly, poverty, unemployment, domestic violence, all that's on the rise. And, it's sad to, turn on the news and see all the lines at the food banks are overrun and stuff. And so I just thought it was important to, with all this negativity in the news and kind of fear, to just acknowledge and write about how businesses are helping and that, people aren't alone in this. And I just thought that was important that I could do something like that. I could share it with others. And just for my own sense of self, so I don't, look on the bright side, obviously we're in a rough situation, but we'll all get through it. And that's the important thing.
Yeah, thank you. And that is actually the heart. That's exactly why we started this contest. It was really important for us to look at that side too, because it's scary. And through scary times and hard times, it's really important to find a little bit of the light that's added, and we've just seen so many incredible things. So after reading the hundreds of essays, we saw countless examples of how businesses are helping their communities. Throughout this process, can you share some examples of how businesses have impacted your community directly or the state as a whole?
Yeah, so here in Wausau, the Greater Wausau Chamber of Commerce reached out to businesses just to see how they could help in the pandemic response, and a lot answered that call. Just to list a few, Wausau Coded, they produced face shields and thermometer labels for nurses and doctors on the front lines. Green Heck Group also took that call. They expedited orders for essential equipment to the front lines and also areas that were hard hit. Century Insurance in Stevens Point donated money to the Portage County COVID-19 Relief Fund. And of course, that 100% of that money will be donated to the community to help with anything that arises from this pandemic. And even just simple stuff, like a nonprofit up here called Rise Up. They began it's called the Rise Up Circle Project, where anybody in the whole state can just design their own little circle design, little art, back to our childhood, and to just kind of act as, a stress relief and, hopefully lower people's anxiety. And then you can actually send those pictures in and they'll be added to like a community installation one day, like, a park or a monument. So that's pretty cool too. And it's important to note that, these are just a handful of really the businesses that have stepped up, and, the list could go on and, across the entire nation. And I just think that's a really nice thing to see. And it warms my heart to see that. So.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. It's so good to hear all the great things that businesses are doing and how they're changing their manufacturing lines and what they're doing to get back, like you said, to the food banks and everything. It's so
Yeah.
heartwarming. So, a final question for you. Businesses across the state of Wisconsin continuously demonstrate why business is a force for good, especially now. We're really
Yeah.
seeing it. What lessons did you learn on the impact and importance of business in the community?
hmm So the main thing I kind of took away from this all was just, the true value of business. In today's climate, I feel like a lot of people, they kind of lose sight of businesses' true goals. Yes, there's profit and finances, but it's also to, help the community be, better the world, and it's a simple word, business, but there's a lot of complexity behind it. Like I could go into opportunities, innovation, stronger employment, wages, discretionary spending, they even start social trends. It's not just money on the balance sheet. So but also I thought, like, most prominently, it's also a lot about building a sense of community. Like they build personal relationships with their customers and allow for that relationship to kind of form into a local identity or culture. Like up here we have Bricks ice cream in the summer, or Blue Willow's breakfast, just to name, like, two that they kind of form a part of our little community, our little culture. And business means growth, and it means the betterment of a state, a nation. And I just thought it was also important, even on the flip side now, sadly we see some of these protests have turned violent, and it's sad to see. But then you also see the community rally around the businesses. They're out there in the morning with brooms and they're cleaning up the streets. And it's just, an amazing thing to see. Businesses help you, they give back. It's just a nice little circle. And it's nice to see in these tough times. So
It truly is. Jared, you shared with me that you're going into business, and I think that
mhm,
we are so excited because it's business leaders
yeah,
like you that we're really looking for our future, because you really understand the importance. Business isn't just, like you said, about balance sheets. It really is about that sense of community. So thank you.
hmm
Thank you for sharing your insights, and thank you for writing such a wonderful essay. I'm really excited for everyone to be able to read your essay. So actually, we're going to be posting your essay along with all of the winners, and also the honorable mentions, because like I said, we had almost 200 entries, and it was really hard to pick, so we have some really
yeah,
great honorable mentions as well, that we'll be listing on our website. So please come visit. It's www.wibusinessworld.org, and you'll be able to catch all the videos and also to see the winning essays as well. So thank you so much again for writing such a great essay, and congratulations, and best of everything in the future for your whole college career and learning
yeah,
more about the deeper dive into business.
yeah. Thank you.